good morning and happy Saturday to you. Coming in hot. We've got an easy day today. 2 grooms, gonna go in, get them knocked out, and get home. Gonna work on the house this afternoon. I got some stuff I want to do. I'd love to be able to work on the 4-wheeler, but not in the cards yet. Getting there though. I got some cleaning I need to do. We got a ton of boxes at the house, obviously, you know, with helping mom move and us going back and forth between, which we still haven't done that yet either. It's been too hot, but need to get the camper cleaned out. I want to get the camper completely cleaned out of everything, all of our property, and then I'm going to mothball it. I'm just going to store it. It's staying right where it's at, but it's just going to be stored. Like, we're not going to. There's no need for us to live in it anymore. So, and I'm going to keep it. I was toying with the idea of selling it, but I don't really need to right now. It's not in the way. It's not costing me anything, and I own it. So I'm going to hang on to it for now. I need to fix the electrical in it because I don't know what happened. So a couple of reasons. A, it's not costing me anything. B, I own it. C, it's not in the way. It's not hurting anything. And I need to fix the electrical. Biggest thing. But I don't need to sell it. It doesn't have to go anywhere. So could I use an extra $1,500, $2,000 right now? Always. I can always use more money. But I think keeping it is the smarter option right now, honestly. So yeah, so we're gonna get that cleaned out. Obviously, like I said, mothball it. Put mothballs in it, some mouse traps, some decon, whatever we need to do to keep the critters out. Seal her up tight, and then it's just a matter of getting the garage cleaned up. There's, like I said, there's a ton of boxes. I think we overdid it. We were just trying to help mom to make sure she had enough. But it all happened so fast that she didn't really have an opportunity to pack properly. And with my work schedule, Kelly's work schedule, her other son, Jeremy, who works out of state, you know, she's having to do a little bit at a time. And they're actually coming to the house today to move some big stuff, which I don't know if he's going to try to get his son to help out, because I'm not there, and they only have his truck. So I don't know how much big stuff they'll be able to move without my trailer. So he has an enclosed trailer, but the door got ripped off in a storm, so I don't know if they would even want to try to use his trailer with the fear of things falling out. But anyways, yeah, just need to get the garage cleaned up. There's a ton of boxes out there. I mean, I still got boxes that I had intentions of taking home and having a fire with, burning them. But last fall we were under a burn ban because we had a drought, super dry, and the county put a burn ban into place. So I had intentions of taking them home and burning them, having a fire, and sitting out back and just relaxing, but couldn't do that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut them up into smaller pieces because there's some pretty big boxes from when we opened the shop. The mini fridge, the couch, the TVs. I think I'm just going to cut them into small pieces and put them in the dumpster. But then all the boxes for moving, you know, like I said, we way overdid it. So I think I'm going to go through the boxes and I'll keep, you know, the good ones, keep a handful of good ones. And then, you know, start rotating some of the smaller ones out. I don't want to fill the dumpster because they only pick it up once a month. I mean, I suppose I could call them and see if they can do a special dump and just they'll charge me extra for it. I don't know what, probably a month service charge. I don't know. So I suppose I could fill the dumpster and just call them and have them come pick it up, but I don't know yet. So I may just do it in small cycles. Start getting rid of some of the boxes and trying to clean up. And like I said in the last video or last couple videos, I don't remember what it was ago, I want to take the mini bike and the pit bike and take the storage to free up some room, and just move some things around and organize the garage so I can work out of it, because I really want to get started on this blaster project. We're going to do a whole series on it here on the channel. I don't, like, I've contemplated how I want to do it, and I'm still not like 1,000% certain how yet. Part of me says just do simply a blaster series. Only that content. And then part of me says let's daily vlog and do the blaster content. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it out and put it together. You'll figure it out too once I finally post it. But parts are starting to stack up. My A-arms came in yesterday. New carburetor intake boot. Let's see, I got some random cables showed up. Not random, but clutch cable, brake cable, throttle cable, stuff like that starting to show up. I found a powder coater. He's an hour and 10-15 minutes away, I think, or something like that. And I think I've picked out a color scheme. I don't know yet, though. Like, I keep bouncing back and forth. Part of me wants to stick to my colors, blue and neon yellow, and then part of me wants to do something else. And it being a Yamaha, the Illusion Blue I've picked out, or the Lollipop Blue, I don't remember what it is. I think it's Illusion Blue, I'd have to look. But it's super sexy. And then the other color, just the highlighter, day glow yellow, whatever you want to call it. But I found another one too on Columbia Coatings. It's Venom Yellow or something like that. It looks really sexy. So it's like a neon yellow, but it has silver flake in it, which I think is it's pretty hot. A lot of people over there. So I don't know yet. I haven't decided. And then the other color combo, I'm not. If I decide to go that color combo route, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to disclose it. It'll just be a reveal. That's all there is to it. Because I think them two colors are going to look super sexy together. I know they will if I decide to go that route. But that changes things because I've already ordered blue parts. I've already ordered some blue parts for the motor. So I could do the frame and A-arms, the different colors, and then just keep the motor blue and black. I don't know yet, though. But regardless of what I do on powder, we are doing white plastics. It's going to be an expensive upgrade. You know, it's redundant. Or maybe that's not even the right word. But blaster plastics you can get for like $200 for both pieces. Not even. Actually, I found a set today. Front and rear fenders, I found a set for like $90. They're not OEM, obviously. They're China remakes, but still. For a Banshee plastics. But you can't find a Banshee for less than $5,000-$6,000 that's actually worth anything. So, and then the other hand on that is the blaster. You can find blasters all day for $1,000, $1,200, $1,500. Jesus, this place is busy. You can find blasters all over for cheap. But then the plastics are expensive as hell. Front and rear plastics for a blaster, $600. So I'm just like, good Lord, what the heck? You know, like I say, it's kind of, I don't know. Anyways, I'm just rambling now. Casper, good boy. Casper, good boy. Casper, good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah. Casper, good boy. So, yeah, it was a pretty easy day today. We got the two grooms done in pretty good time, and we ran to the dollar store and grabbed some stuff, some snacks for later, and got stuff for dinner. So, gonna head home, make dinner, eat dinner, whatever you want to call it, and I've had my merch order came. It's going to be the last one for a while because we're pretty well stocked up now. I think I'm going to have something like almost 100 cups now, between the sippy cups with the straws and then the coffee cups, the lids. I think we got 30 more delivered today, cups in different colors, and then what we already have at the shop. So I think that'll put us at 70 or 80 cups, different colors, all with the logo on them. And then I got hats. I only did a small batch of hats, so I only did 5 each. I got red and white ones, and then a different color, blue and gray. But I'll show those to you guys when we get home here. And then I bought some furniture. It's just small stuff. I wanted something, a lot of, I don't know. I'm trying to make the house ours, and I'm struggling with a few things. And, one thing I had set up in our dining room was I had a little shelf. I had not all, but a lot of my racing trophies on. That shelf is packed away in storage somewhere. So we were at dollar store, and I was like, well, you know what? I'll buy a new one. So I ended up buying a new bookshelf that I'm going to put my trophies on. I lost my train of thought. Anyways, I bought a bookshelf. I'm going to put my trophies on it. So I ended up getting that put together. I don't know where Mom's at with things. If she's still running back and forth, running loads, picking stuff up from the house and taking it to her house, her new place, her new house, or not. I don't know what she's got going on. Haven't heard from her all day. But yeah, it's just going to be a chill Saturday night, I think. I don't really know what else we got going on tonight. I'm going to sort through the merch order that we got, and I'm going to put this furniture together. I got another little small storage shelf thing. It's got a bunch of pull-out bins. Probably work on the house. That was the plan anyways. I don't know. Kind of just want to relax, but we got stuff we need to do. So, and the way I look at it too, the more I get done today, the less we have to do tomorrow. They're having the car show at the Justice Center, and part of me kind of wants to go, but without being able to take my car, I think it's just going to bum me out more. Just going and spectating and looking rather than being a part of it. Because, I mean, if you guys have been following me for a while, or if you know me personally, you know that last 5 or 6 years, it's been car show after car show after. I mean, I've got over 100 trophies at home, well, in storage. I've got over 100 trophies in storage for car shows. Car shows were a huge part of my life. I've always, well, not always, but the last 10 years I've always had a cool car. At least the last 10 years I've always had a cool car. Just doing car shows, and I got real big into it about, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. I got real big into it and started going to car shows all the time, and we were doing 3-4 cruise nights a week and 1 or 2 car shows a weekend, if not more, 2 or 3 car shows in a weekend sometimes. And I don't know. So, like, for me, I think just going to spectate it'd still be cool, it'd be fun, but, you know, I'm just too used to being a part of it, and I don't know what this guy is doing. Like, it's 55 through here, and I'm doing 35, so he's got to be doing 35 or 40. I don't understand. I don't understand. Sunday drive. driving, I guess, on a Saturday afternoon. Ugh, I can't stand people. Drive. If you're too scared to drive, don't drive. Anyways, my wife's behind me. I hope she doesn't do the same thing I just did and risk getting hit. There's not very many straight roads on our way home, so it's kind of hard to pass somebody. Anyways, yeah, so like I said, I've been so big into the car show scene the last 5-6 years. I'd want to enter the car, obviously, you know, and I think maybe it would motivate me to get the car done. But the other part of that too is like, I can't stand being hot and overheated, and obviously the Dart doesn't have air conditioning. And it's hot down here. I mean, it was hot in Illinois, but this is a different kind of hot. And the cows are standing in the creek. It's so hot. It's a different kind of hot. It's a southern heat, right? And I don't know if I even would want to go and sit out in the sun all freaking day anymore. I like my air conditioning. I like being cold. I'd eventually like to get the Dart done and start doing some cruise nights again, or car shows. You know, I've put a lot of time and money into that car already. I haven't filmed it. I've just kind of bought stuff, fixed it as they've gone, and now the brakes went out on it. So I've got to figure out either fix the brakes that are on it, figure out what's wrong with them and fix them, or I need to spend the money on the disc brake conversion kit and just do the disc brake conversion on it. I don't know what I want to do yet, though. It's almost $1,000 for a disc brake conversion kit. I don't know if I want to spend that much money on it. Something to think about, I guess. But anyways, you know, and I could always just take the bikes to the cruise nights, the car shows and stuff. You know, I don't know. I keep saying I'm going to bring the bagger home, and I haven't done it yet. And now I got this four-wheeler project, so it's just one thing after another. I don't know. Too many hobbies. And now I got the guy I work with. He's wanting to start and go and shooting. He wants to get back into recreational shooting, and he asked me if I wanted to go shoot with him sometime. I haven't recreationally shot in a while, so I think it'd be fun to get back into that. Another expensive hobby, and for obvious reasons don't talk about much on this channel because of the, you know, standards or community, whatever, guidelines stuff. Obviously don't talk about that too much on here. But yeah, I really do enjoy it, and I would like to get back into it, but right off the top, it wouldn't be an expensive hobby because I have everything that I would need. I have plenty of Freedom seeds, plenty of cordless hole punchers to be able to use and go have fun, but it just, I don't know, I get bummed out because, like, in Illinois, I could pretty much do whatever I wanted on my property. Shotguns, rode the dirt bikes and the four-wheelers, we had fires all the time, and we can have fires where we're at now, and I can ride, but I don't have my own track, so it'd just be like riding around the block. And there's some kids that live down the street, they do that every once in a while. Four-wheeler go by, dirt bike go by, and they're just riding on the road up and down. That's not what I like, you know. I like my flat track style, figure eight style racing. I like the jumps. I like sliding the quads, you know, like, and I don't have that now. I don't have anywhere like that to ride down here without making a day of it and going to an off-road park. And even still then, I'd be going alone, and yeah, I'd still have fun doing it alone, but it's always more fun when you got somebody to go with you. I don't know. Anyways, productive day. It was a quick productive day. We only had the 2 dogs. Got them knocked out pretty quick, and clients were super happy, so I'm super happy. Not the greatest day for business because it's all we did do today. barely paid for our grocery trip. But that's, you know, it is what it is. You know, we had clients could only get in today, so we got them in and we got them done. It's not always about just the money. It's about keeping the clients happy and working for the clients and, you know, what works best for them. So, and I think that's a very good business motto to have. So anyways, appreciate you guys as always. We're not going to wrap this video up yet. I know I started sounding like I was going to, but I changed my mind on that. I'm going to show you the new merch we got as soon as we get home here and get settled. So yeah, so we'll be back here in a minute. Hi friends, good morning and welcome to today. We're going to combine yesterday's video with today's video. I didn't end up doing anything else last night. I did sort through the merch and I checked everything. And I was going to finish that video up with me going through the merch and stuff, but I just said to hell with it and we'll do it today. So good morning, welcome to today. It's our Sunday. Woke up this morning. Well, the wife woke me up wanting to make breakfast with me. So we got up, or I got up. She gets up way before I do on my days off because she can't sleep in. She tries and it doesn't work. Me, I can sleep all day if you let me. Because I never feel like I get enough rest. Anyways, anyway, she come in, woke me up and said, hey, you want to make breakfast with me? I said, hell yeah. So made biscuits and gravy and sausage. It was yummy. Drop in a photo here. So we had biscuits and gravy and sausage this morning. It was yummy. Yum, yum, get you some, right? So anyways, we're loaded up. We got all the merch in the back here. And we're going to run to the shop. I'm going to get that priced and put out. And get that priced and put out. Take care of the dogs that are there. And run to Walmart and do our normal little Sunday bid. Which kind of sucks because we did a mini run yesterday and we ended up going to Family Dollar and spent way too much money. And with that being said, yeah, so we just went for snacks and we ended up leaving with furniture and, well, not really furniture, but I mean, they had a couple shelves I wanted, so I bought them. Those were cheap enough though. It was $45 for the 2 shelves I wanted. But still, it was like $120 and we just went for snacks and we got stuff for the shop. We got a cute new little calendar thing, day and date thing. Got those 2 cabinets, and then we did get some snacks and we got some other stuff too. But $120 or $130 it ended up being. So and then we'll go to Walmart today and probably spend another $150 in groceries. But
another $300.
Probably, yeah. She said another $300. She's probably not wrong. So, anyways, yeah. So we're headed in. Gonna do the merch thing and see what else today brings. Don't really have anything else too much on the brain. I've been collecting parts for the 4-wheeler, so I think I'm gonna start working on that. I don't know when, but at some point I'm going to. In all the spare extra time I don't have. Yeah, so I don't know. It may just be a chill day today. We're going to try to get things done quick and fast and in a hurry today so we can get back home. We started early last weekend and we still didn't get home till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I don't want to do that again today. I'd like to... Well, it probably, realistically, it's 10:45. It probably will be 1 o'clock before we're home. Time we're done messing around at the shop and then run to Walmart. It'll probably be noon by the time we get to Walmart, but that'll probably take an hour. And then I think at some point today I'm going to shave this mop, my beard, get cleaned up a little bit because this is getting a little out of control for me. It's not long by any stretch of imagination, but for me it is. But that's neither here nor there. Anyways, welcome to today. What's going on? So as promised, guys, the new merch, a little bit different color, like a blue-gray, whoops, like a blue-gray style hat. We got red ones, red and white. Just got to find room for all this stuff. We got like a pink, purple, magenta, fuchsia, beer koozie, drink koozie, whatever you want to call it. We got teal coffee cups. We got red coffee cups. What do we got here? We got blue drink koozies. We got pink coffee cups, bright neon pink. Blue, you're okay, babies. You're all right. So we got to find some room over here. I've been trying to, off camera, I've been trying to figure this out, how I want to do. We had all this stuff, these 3 here, spread out into the 6. I don't really want to use the bottom ones for merch just because it's so close to the floor. Dog hair, dust, things like that. Dogs knocking the stuff over. So like right now, this is the setup we got. You're only going to get about 9 cups, which is what we have. Well, I got 10, but I keep one of everything that each piece of merch that I've created for the business, I've kept one of for us for later down the road. Just to have type thing, right? Like, hey, and who knows where this is going to go? You know what I mean? This could be our retirement. Things could turn out really, really good for us. And we could run this business for the next 30 years and we could retire off of it. Or we may close the doors up in a year, 5 years, 6 months. We don't know, right? So you never know what's going to happen when you take a chance with a business. But I just thought it'd be kind of neat to be able to keep one of each piece of merch that I've created for the business. And just to have later down the road and be like, hey, we did that, And I don't know. I thought it'd be kind of cool. And if things ever did take off and it turned into something huge and big, we'd have that. And even if not, we still got it regardless. But anyways, like I said, just trying to figure this out. You get about 9 cups per little section here. Hats, you only get 1 row of hats. You're not going to fit 2. And we've got some overflow up here, obviously. So I don't know. We may just condense some stuff down and put the red ones up here or something. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out though. So come on. And I'm contemplating taking the beanies down for now because it's summer. And even though there are still some people that wear beanies when it's 100 degrees out, but don't forget the sunglasses. We got sunglasses too. But yeah, just trying to figure it out right now. Pretty stoked. I like the idea of having the merch. Like I said though in the past, it doesn't move as fast as I'd like it to move, but at least we have it. And
if you put it up on a vendor table, I bet it would go.
I bet it would too. We'll make up some flyers and stuff if we come across a situation where we can do something like that. I think we should. I had somebody at the gas station ask me yesterday if I had any shirts. They saw my shirt and they asked if we had any shirts for sale. They said, how much are shirts? I said, well, I don't have shirts yet. Shirts are a big investment. I've gotten a really good deal on the cups and the hats. So I only got a couple $100 invested in all the cups and hats that I've got. So we got what? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I think we got 80 cups. And then
We got that other shelf back in the hall.
25 hats or something like that. Yeah, but I think we're right there in the middle. You know what I mean? Like we have just a little bit too much for this, but not enough to bring that other shelf back out. You know what I mean? I don't know what we've got, like 30 hats, 35 hats, and then the sunglasses, the beanies. I've only got maybe $400 or $500 wrapped up in all this stuff, not including the dog clothes that I've successfully filled the shelf with, the rack, and that's what I wanted. I thought it, like I've always said, I think it looks a whole lot better with full shelves. I don't, yeah, careful. I don't like empty shelves. I just don't. I think it looks tacky. I think it looks like, we're struggling. We're not doing what we could be. So I like the idea of having full shelves. So we're gonna work on getting these shelves filled up right now. All right. So for right now, I got the cups and hats sorted out. We're gonna look for something at Walmart. We're gonna look for 2 things at Walmart. We're gonna look for a tall, my butt. We're gonna look for a tall, skinny shelf to fit right there to put merch on. And then I wanna find something I don't know, maybe little bins or something that we can put the drink koozies in and be able to put them somewhere. I don't know. But, because there's really no way to, I don't want to just stack them flat because people ain't going to be able to see them. I want them, you know, to be
We also need something for the lanyard.
like this, you know. And we need something for lanyards. I don't know what we'll...
Like a little jewelry spinner.
A jewelry spinner. You got one back there. Oh, all right.
Too long.
Well, maybe I can find something like we got the keychains here.
Short.
Find something like the keychains, but taller for the lanyards. But we got the new hats out in price. New hats, new hats.
Just needs a pegboard like those.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't really want to use the bottom two sections for merch just because dogs will knock them over. They may pee on them. They're going to get dirty. But we got the new merch out, and that's how I had to do it to get everything to fit. Not real crazy about that, but it is what it is. But I like each one to have their own slot, but it'll be all right. So anyways, yeah, got all the cups out. And you guys want any of this merch, holler at me. We can do it. We'll ship it, obviously. Got the hats, the beanies. I'm still debating on what I want to do with those, if I want to put them up for the summer and bring them back out in the winter or what. But anyways, that's what we got growing for right now. We're going to run to Walmart, see if we can't find some shelving. Something tall and skinny. Is it snow? Yeah, it is. When we blew on the windows. Something tall and skinny to fit here for merch. We said to do corner shelf. A corner shelf for right here. But it's not even because of this. The counter sticks out. So I don't know that a corner shelf would work unless it was small and fit in there. But Blue, you better listen.
Pee everywhere.
Did she? Yeah. Got scared. So anyways, this is going to be it for merch for a while because like I said, the merch that I have is not moving as fast as I'd like it to. You know, the one thing that does move pretty quick is what I thought would move quick was the clothes. Usually, like in the wintertime, we sold a bunch of the jackets and stuff for winter. But, you know, I've got this 4th of July stuff, which I thought would move quick. And maybe with the 4th of July coming up, maybe I'll post about it again on our Facebook page that we've got 4th of July clothes for the dogs in stock. Come check it out type thing, you know. But so anyways, we're going to run to Walmart. We're going to do our grocery shop and see if we can't find a shelf or two for our needs, to fit our needs. And we'll go from there, and then we'll revisit this here in a minute. Well, no luck at Walmart for a shelf I want. I did find a little basket for the drink koozies, but we found a new sprayer we're going to try for the baths. I don't know if it'll work any better. It's got a little tsunami soap thingamajigger. Where do you want to go for a drink? Sonic? Got a little tsunami soap dispenser thing in the end. You put the soap in and it mixes it. Probably have to stop midway through the bath and fill it 4 times, but it's a hell of a
I'll still
setup.
mix the bottle up for you.
$100,000 truck, $200,000 boat. Yeah, that's nice. So we got a new sprayer. We got a little basket for the drink koozies. It'll work for now. I wanted to try to find a tall, skinny rack. Couldn't find nothing. I could find one on the internet. I just wanted something now and not have to wait for it. But it is what it is. I've actually found one. I contemplated buying it anyways for something else. For the use in our bathroom at the house. To put stuff on. But if I can find it again, I'll buy it. We'll use it at the shop for merch. So for now, I'm just going to run with what we got, I guess. So we're all done grocery shopping. I'm going to run back to the shop, drop the stuff off, and then drop the stuff off at the house. Yeah, that's a new place to open up. Seen that a couple weeks ago. Run to the shop, drop off the shop stuff, let the dogs out one more time, run to the house, drop the stuff off, groceries and stuff. And then we're going to run to Edmonton and pick up a parts for me. I think I'm getting the death stare right now.
You got a mouse in your pocket.
I'm getting the death stare right now. Now she's laughing, but Oops. Come on. So anyways, that's potentially, theoretically, allegedly, supposedly the plan. All of it's the plan. Whether or not I go alone to pick up the parts four-wheeler, I don't know yet. She doesn't seem too happy about that.
I don't want it to leave till 2 o'clock.
I didn't, but it's going to be way past that now. Because it's going to be a half hour before we're home, and then 30-minute drive to Edmonton. Yeah. Anyways, that's where we're at with for today. So, it just makes sense to buy a parts four-wheeler because the parts I need are going to be way more than what I'm picking this parts squad up for. So, to me, it makes sense. I don't know. It may not. I don't know. The pictures, it's a complete bike. The case is cracked. So, it is a complete bike, but it needs a motor. Where it's broken, you can't fix. You need to replace the whole case on the side. That's why it's a parts squad. But it is complete. So, it'll give me extra everything. And if I remember right, it's the year newer, so it'll give me disc brakes up front instead of drum brakes. But I could be wrong. I don't remember. I've looked at so many. But anywho's and way, that's kind of where we're at. So let's get it. We're gonna run back to the shop, to the house, and then either we or I to pick up the parts squad. All right. Shop, stop, done. Now we're gonna head to the house, drop off the groceries. Well, we're going to stop and get a drink first. Then head to the house, drop off the groceries. What time's happy hour at Sonic? We need to stall a few minutes. Drop off the groceries, and then we're going to head to Edmonton to pick up the parts bike. Here we go. So, we ended up just using that basket for now until we can find a better suited shelf. So not ideally how I would want to do it, but it's how we're doing it for now. I'm gonna look for a shelving unit on the interwebs and go from there, I guess. I don't know. Walmart has something I could use. It's $80, but they don't have it in black, and all of our stuff is black and purple. So to me, it just makes sense to keep everything the same. They have it in white. I really don't want to switch it up. I like the uniform look. So that being said, I think we're just going to wait for right now, unless I find it online and order it. But yeah, I don't know. Tough making things look right and look nice. I don't want it to look janky in there. I don't want it to look like we're just throwing stuff together. You know, I want it to be spot on. But anyways. Alright, well, as you can see, I decided I didn't have to, but I thought it was a smarter idea. I opted to hook up the trailer. It's a parts quad. I don't know, like, I've seen pictures of it, but I don't know, I haven't seen it in person. I don't know if the plastics are attached, if they're just sitting on it, and any other parts for that matter, the seats, whatever. So I could have just threw it in the bed of the truck and hope for the best, but I opted to just hook the trailer up and be safe about it. So trailer's hooked up. We're gonna head it that way now. Gotta stop and get some gas, and then off we go. We're just going to throw it in the trailer, and that way we don't have to worry about anything flying off. I think that's the smarter bet, safer bet. Like I said earlier, it just makes more sense to me to do the parts machine, because the parts I need are going to total more, and I really want to get this done. I used to be that guy that would buy cheap stuff and just have it sit around and say I'll get to it one day, and then I'd have a bunch of non-running machines. And while this one runs, it needs work. And I don't want to be that guy again. You know, I kind of feel like, yes, we've taken a backseat to the lifestyle we used to live, and being able to go and buy whatever we wanted and had the extra money to do things like that. And we definitely had a lifestyle change, you know, moving down here. Took a big pay cut, over 50% pay cut. Living situation, obviously, pay situation, job situation. The wages in this town just aren't there. They suck. And I want to be close. A, the business. B, Kelly. C, Mom. I want to be close. I had a couple job offers, but they're 45 minutes to an hour away, where I'd be making a lot better money. But it's either, I think it was 4 10-hour shifts for the one place, a police department, and the other one was the same thing I'm doing now, 3 on 4 off, 4 on 3 off. So, you know, and even still, it's 45 minutes, hour away, and I want to be close in case something happens, and we have the business, so to me it just makes sense to keep a job I have and make it work, and we've made it work very well the last year and a half. Gosh, almost 2 years now. It's going fast. Time's flying. Yeah, September will be 2 years. June, July, August, September. Yeah. Time flies. That's crazy. So, anyways, that's, you know, just kind of where I'm at. And like I said, I don't want to be that guy where, you know, yeah, I've got 6 4-wheelers and 10 dirt bikes and 2 3-wheelers. 2 street bikes, but no, none of them run. I don't want to be that guy. I used to be. I used to want all the toys and say I'll get to them one day. 42 minutes. I used to be that guy, and I'd always say, oh, I'll get to it one day. I'll get to it one day. You know, I had that old YZ100 or YZ125, 70-something YZ125, and I never ended up finishing it. I got a tank for it. I got the plastics for it. I got a motor rebuilt and got it to run, but I didn't have an expansion chamber for it. I had a silencer for it, an old DG pipe. I think it was a DG, but I never got the expansion chamber for it. It wasn't the right gas tank, but I had a tank for it. And then I picked up that KX125. I traded something for it. I don't remember what now, but I think the 3-wheeler. I think the Honda, which I wish I'd have never got rid of that now. And Honda ATC 125 3-wheeler. Wish I'd have kept that, even though the motor needed rebuilt. Wish I'd have kept that, but I traded that for a KX 125. And then I had somebody offer me too much money for the KX 125 and the YZ 125. And it was some older guy that parts dirt bikes out on the interwebs. Is there something going on I don't know about? Like boats, side-by-sides, campers. What am I missing? Is there a holiday weekend coming up? 4th of July. Yeah, that makes sense.
4th of July.
Well, it's coming up in just under a month.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of campers, a lot of boats, and a lot of side-by-sides getting moved around today. Makes me think something's going on that I don't know about, like a big party or something. But anyways, this guy offered me too much money for the old KX 125 and the YZ 125, so naturally I sold him. You know, you can't pass up a good deal, whether it's buying or selling. So I didn't. And then I had the KX250. I ended up getting rid of that. I don't even remember what I ended up doing for that. Did I sell it? Did I trade it for something? I don't remember. Anyways, hang on a minute. So we're loaded up, got the trailer loaded up, stopped and got gas, and we're headed to Edmonton, Glasgow area. Pick up this parts wheeler. We're gonna probably there's some stores in Glasgow that we don't have in Columbia. there's some stores in Glasgow that we don't have in Columbia, so we may stop there. Namely Ollie's. We both love that store. Used to go to it all the time in Illinois, and I think we've only been to Ollie's once since we've been down here, maybe twice. Problem with that store is it's easy to spend. Jesus, easy killer. It's easy to spend a lot of money, 4 miles per gallon up this hill. Oh, Jesus. It's easy to spend a lot of money there. Golly almighty. Sitting on the chip going up this hill almost. Lord. Shift. There you go, girl. Good God. This thing downshifted from 3,000 to 5,000 RPMs and then stayed at 5,000 RPMs. And now it just finally shifted into 5th gear. Whew, that was rough. Now it's sitting at $2,000. That's good. From 3 to 5, back to 3, now down to 2. Good golly almighty. 4 miles per gallon going up that hill. Downhill, we're doing about 20 miles per gallon. Anyways, it's easy to spend a lot of money there. Because you got a lot of cool stuff, cheap. It's not cheap stuff, it's good stuff cheap. Or whatever they're saying is. Anyways. Talked the wife into coming along with. I don't think she was too thrilled about it, but I talked her into it. So much for wanting to be done and home early today, but when a good deal comes your way, you can't pass it up. I've been trying to work a deal with this guy for 2 weeks now, and I don't know, last weekend or 2 weekends ago, it was, I got another guy going to bring me more money. 2 weekends ago. I got another guy going to give me more for it. Okay, whatever. Last weekend, I left him alone. So I messaged him again. Still got it? Took him almost a day to get back to me. Yes. All right, well, can I come get it? And he finally said, yeah. And I said, okay, well, when? I'll let you know. So then, of course, while we're out grocery shopping, he messages and says, you can come now. Of course. When I try to plan it, he doesn't want to get back to me. And then I could go about my day thinking he's just going to blow me off again. But, whatever. Right now, it seems like it's going to work out.
It's gonna rain on us.
Probably is going to rain on us, yes. It's looking really dark this way. Right now, it seems like it's going to work out. We're going to be able to pick this thing up. When it comes to space, I'm really hesitant to get it, but it's just the smart thing to do because, like I said, it gives me the parts I'm going to need. Almost everything I need for the most part. And it's half the cost of what it would have originally cost me if I had to buy everything else. So, I probably would have been actually more than half. Or less than half. I don't know. I'm getting it for way less than half of what I would have spent. I probably would have had $1,000 in parts. So, get it for a couple $100, it's worth it to me. And then just space-wise, it's a whole nother wheeler. But I can leave it in the trailer, ain't no big deal. And if I'm using the trailer, the wheeler's got to come out anyways, so I can just take it out of the trailer and put it in the garage or make room in the storage unit or whatever the case. But yeah, nice little MT-01. Sounds good.
It's gonna get rained on.
He is getting rained on. It's raining right now. So anyways, like I said,
Sky.
I can, we'll make it work, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'll make room in the storage unit or in the garage or whatever. Right now, the boxes are taking up a lot of space, and it's kind of annoying. And I think we've got enough, we got way more than we need, and Mom's not unpacking stuff too fast, or fast enough, I guess, to be reusing the same boxes. So I'm going to slowly go through the boxes at some point and get rid of the oddball ones that I don't think we'll be able to use. and we'll keep a few good ones, 15, 20 good boxes, and then, you know, hopefully that'll be enough. Like I said in the previous video, you know, or earlier in this video, I don't remember, just start cutting them up into smaller pieces and put them in the dumpster slowly. But for now, you know, we're kind of stuck with it. But, and then, you know, at some point I'd like to get the golf cart spruced up for Kelly. It needs new tires, it needs a tune-up, needs a carb gone through and clean. It's going to need a battery. Right now it's just kind of buried in the garage, but I feel like if it wasn't, we'd probably use it more. But there's lots of stuff that needs to be done once Mom's fully moved out and the place is ours. There's lots of things that need to be done, things that need to be moved, and you know, we'll figure it out. We'll be able to make room so we can get the toys in and out, the golf cart, whatever toys I have at the house. You know, unfortunately, we're still going to have a storage unit because we went from a giant house to where we're at now, and it's just not enough room for everything. So, you know, I'm still contemplating buying another building. For my stuff, the payment would be more than what I'm paying for storage, but again, it kind of goes back to the mower situation, like I talked about. If I'm paying for something, at least it'll be mine in the end. The mower, I'm paying somebody to mow both my grasses right now at the shop and the house, but I can finance a mower for cheaper than what I'm paying two contractors to mow my grass at the house and the shop. So, and it kind of goes along with the same thing for the storage. You know, the one storage unit that's got the toys in it, it's like $55 a month. You know, I can get a building for $150 a month and have it parked right there at the house next to the big out building and just keep the toys in. But in the long run, yes, it's more, but in the long run, I'll own it. So, to me, it just makes more sense that way. I don't know. Exciting news, one of our vehicles is almost paid off, so that'll help. That'll be almost $600 a month that we'll have. More. So that's kind of exciting. No, not my truck. I'm going to be paying on this thing forever. And then I ended up buying Mom's car, so I don't really need to buy another vehicle now. Because me and Kelly had talked about that once her car was paid off. Then, you know, maybe look at buying a car for me and financing it. But,
Poor guy.
yeah, it sucks. When her car was paid off, so we're not picking up any more payments. But I think we're better off just doing it this way. I paid Mom cash for her car, and it sucks. I hope it slows down or stops. We really want to load this wheeler up in the rain. Paid Mom cash for her car, so I think that was a better option, obviously. The windows are wide open. I hope it's not raining back at the house. We should have looked at the weather. But anyways, we're about 20 minutes out. All right, that was interesting. Almost had a Honda Rancher, but couldn't talk the kid out of it. Had a Honda Rancher sitting in the weeds too. Tried to talk him out of it, tried to talk him into selling it to me, but no dice. Anywho's in the way, ended up getting it and loaded her up. We'll do it's a parts quad, so it's nothing extravagant to look at. It does have some good parts though. Pretty excited about that. Have to see what brand it is. It's got an aftermarket silencer on it. It's got good brakes on it. Got all the bits and pieces I need, and it came with a lot of extra parts too. So it came with an extra motor besides the one that's on it, extra carburetor, Big T's fireworks. Came with a lot of extra stuff, so it was well worth it. And now we're going to Ollie's because we don't have one of them in Columbia. And me and the wife both rather enjoy Ollie's. Like I said earlier, the bad part about it is you spend way too much money when you go there, but we can be a little reserved today since I just spent money on the four-wheeler. But the kid was talking like I was going to get this thing running. I'm like, oh no, this is just simply a parts machine for me. He's like, well, it's got good bones. I said, I know, that's why I want it for a parts machine. Maybe down the road. I mean, the case is cracked, so the other motor's blown up and the bottom end's locked up on it. So no matter what, it's going to need a motor rebuild or an engine case. But I could probably put an engine together for it from all the parts that are there. And rebuild kits are cheap enough for this bike, so...
Is this the same time as us?
Yes, I believe so.
600 feet, keep right to continue on Kentucky West Main Street.
I don't know. You'll have to Google it. I don't know. The time zone things mess me up. I don't know.
That don't change, right?
No, that's not going to change.
And it's the same.
So it's 4 o'clock.
3:50.
Yeah. Man, something bit me. Drinking.
Keep right to continue on Kentucky 90 West.
Okay. Where was I? I could probably put a running motor together. Rebuild kits are fairly cheap for these bikes, but not a bottom end. I mean, I don't know what a crank runs because I haven't looked up a crank, but top end kits like $50. A new head is $50. So you're about $100 to rebuild the top end. I don't know what a crank costs. I could probably find the engine case I need online. I don't know. There's 2 boxes of parts, or 2 boxes of parts. So I don't know. We'll get home, take it all apart, and look at it, I guess. But I don't really care if get it running or not. It wasn't my intentions. My intentions on hello. It's just simply a parts quad. So and I start pulling parts off of it, then it'll cost me more money to get it up and running, and I don't really care to. So. But anyways, yeah, glad I finally was able to get this thing after back and forth with this kid for 2 weeks. But anyways, we're running to Ollie's quick and we'll see what kind of deals we can find. So we went to Ollie's, found a couple things, but nothing crazy. Oh, look at the rainbow. Want to see the rainbow? So we went to Ollie's, didn't find anything too crazy, didn't spend a ton of money, so thank God for that. But I said, hey, Kel, since we're in a different town, almost an hour away, find something good to eat that we don't normally have. And let me tell you, Jersey Mike's. We haven't had this in over a year and a half. And I am so excited that we found Jersey Mike's here in Glasgow. Because I love Jersey Mike's. It sucks that they're only an hour away, but this made me really happy today.
Jersey Mike's and Firehouse Pub is good.
Jersey Mike's and Firehouse. Miss both of them places. And I don't know if there's Firehouse subs on here in the south or not, but oh my God, this is so good. Makes me so happy. I'm telling you, there ain't no napkins in there.
Saving.
Well, so much for wanting to be home and done by 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to be after 6 o'clock by the time we get home, and it is my fault. Yes, it is, but it was well worth it, I think. Yes, I would have rather have been home today, relaxing because it's my only day off. But when you only get one day off, you have to cram everything you need to do into that one day. Thus, what we did today. So, went to the shop, our normal thing, grocery shopping. Then we had to take the food home, obviously. Otherwise, we'd probably be about an hour ahead of schedule for what we've been doing. But we got to go to Ollie's. which upset me a little bit because online it says that they're open from 10 to 7 today. And apparently today is Ollie's Army's Day or something, from 5 to 7. So you get an extra 15% off your order, or each item or something like that. But they closed at 4:30 and then reopened at 5. So they reset the store, bring out special items. I don't know. Well, it kind of made me mad because we had to rush. We got there at like 5 after 4. And then they're rushing us to get them to the register and check out. It is what it is, but we got to check out Ollie's. We got a few things. I got some fishing lures that I don't have. I thought were kind of cool. They're little lizards. It's a top water like a frog. It's got the double hook. Kelly found some stuff. I got some degreaser, cleaner stuff. And then, of course, we got to experience Jersey Mike's. What? You brought some stuff up, some Twizzlers and, I don't know, something.
That was at Five Below.
Was it?
Yes. I got stuff from Five Below, not Ollie's.
Oh, you got stuff at Ollie's, too. Because my 2 lures and 4 bottles of degreaser wasn't $60. Anyways, we'll go through what we got when we get home. You did too, woman.
I got the dog treats.
And a bottle of grape juice.
Yes,
Here.
that's all I got.
Oh.
Oh, potato sticks.
Well, there you go.
3 things
So,
that did not cost $60.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying is my stuff didn't cost $60 alone. Anyways, we got to have Jersey Mike's, which, ouch, God, cut that coke nail.
It's not even long.
It's long enough to cut my freaking ear. We got to experience Jersey Mike's, which was super exciting. Haven't had that in almost 2 years, so I was pretty happy about that. It's a good little Tahoe, because I'm doing 500s with the trailer. It's wet out.
That cop is flying.
You should see me when I'm in the squad doing these long trips when I do medical transports and stuff. 85, 90, up to 100 the whole
You
time.
better not.
I do.
You shouldn't do
Every
that.
single
You have a
time.
passenger with you. You can be responsible if something happens. You should not be driving.
So, anyways, yeah, pretty. Not what I wanted to do and not what I expected to do today, but I'm happy we did. We got to spend the day together. No stress. She's stressing a little bit because we've been gone all day and we have the dogs at home and stuff. But we let them out when we took the groceries home. So, but anyways, yeah, I had fun today. It was cool. I got the parts 4-wheeler picked up. We did our normal routine. Then we got to eat somewhere new, which was how I was happy about. And we got to check Ollie's out. You know, it sucks having to drive an hour to go somewhere out of the norm. You know, like Illinois, you've got so many towns that are so close together and they've all are pretty popular, so they all have pretty much the same thing. You know, you've got the little towns that are 5 minutes away from each other. You know, you blink driving through Rockford and you blink and you're in Cherry Valley. Driving through Rockford one way and drive through Rockford the other, you blink and you're in Loves Park, and then you drive through Loves Park for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and you're in McChesney Park, and the same thing. You blink through McChesney Park and you're in Roscoe Rockton, and then from there you're in Wisconsin. And that's still, from our old house, it was only like 5 or 10 minute drive to go up over the border into Wisconsin. And Wisconsin did have some different restaurants. I wouldn't say better, but different. Firehouse pubs, things like that. But actually, you know, that was our first. No, it wasn't our first, but Firehouse Pub. My first race, first time back racing 4-wheelers. We went to Firehouse Pub the next day for lunch. I remember that. We got a cute picture outside the patio. which is shocking that I remember because my memory is shot. But 2023, I raced in Princeton, Illinois. And then the next day we went to Beloit Walmart to get groceries, and we stopped at no, it wasn't Firehouse, it was Qdoba. We stopped at Qdoba and got lunch. We sat out on the patio. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
What?
When I first got back into racing, and my first Quad Wars, Monster Truck Wars, down in Princeton, Illinois, in 2023, I went down to Princeton, came back, and then the next day we went to Beloit Walmart for grocery shopping, and we went to Qdoba for lunch. We sat out on the patio. We had a cute picture together out on the patio. Yeah, so you do remember. So, and Qdoba too, and Chipotle. There is no Chipotle down here, is there?
In Elizabeth.
Oh, E-Town, yeah, that's right. So there you go again, another 45 minutes to an hour drive to E-Town to get Chipotle if we wanted. So, you know, it's just, I don't know. It is what it is, but when you get used to that lifestyle where you can go anywhere you want in about 15, 20 minutes, you get used to that. And now down here, you've got to drive pretty much an hour if you want to go anywhere different. If you live where we live. If we lived in one of these bigger cities, then obviously that wouldn't be the case, obviously, but, you know, Glasgow, Elizabethtown, Bardstown, Somerset, the bigger cities. We live in a little one, population 4,400. There was 4,400 people in the last neighborhood we lived in Illinois. But anyways, we're headed home, and we're going to go over the parts quad when I get home and just kind of take a quick peek and look at it and figure out what some things are and what all's in the box, because I didn't really care to look in the box. He just carried it over to the truck for me and threw it in the bed of the truck, and just kind of figure out what we got. So we're going to head home here. Be back in a minute. Okay, so we're home. And that being said, the parts machine is home. So there's that. So we got a fuel tank, no petcock. And this kid was acting like I was going to actually try to get this thing running. No, Bob, this is strictly a parts machine. It did come with a very well-used Meyer carbon fiber hood. So that's cool. I might be able to clean that up and repurpose it on the new quad. Probably not. No, I want it to look nice. So the whole purpose, and he kept talking to me like I was going to, oh, the thumb throttle's missing. I wonder if that's in the box of goodies. It doesn't matter. I ordered a new one anyway, so. Single to double. Yeah. The whole purpose in this is I want to be able, as long as this frame is straight, which it looks like it is, as long as this frame is straight, and it looks like it is, I want to take this frame down, strip it, take everything off of it, keep the running machine somewhat together. I'm going to pull the motor and start rebuilding it, or build it rather. Take this parts machine down all the way, take all the parts to powder coat, have it powder coated, and then bring the fresh powder coated frame home, and then just start putting all my parts off of the other bike onto it. So new cables are coming, new bars are coming, the whole nine, the built motor eventually, obviously, and stuff like that. And that way I can take one part off, put one part on, one part off, one part on. So I don't forget where anything goes. I can do a little bit at a time at my convenience. You know, somebody would say I probably overpaid for this bike, but it's going to save me money in the long run. So I don't really care that I did, if I did. I mean, I don't personally feel like I did, but I don't know. I think I did okay. It's got a Toomey silencer on it. And guess what? I need a Toomey silencer because mine's messed up. Suspension's in okay shape. Rebounds pretty good. It's not clunky. Most of the bushings look like they're okay. The rear caliper's missing. So, I don't know. Front brakes seem to work. Just out of curiosity. Oh, yeah. It's full of water, but... oh, it's making mac and cheese noises. Sludge, yeah. So like I was saying before I was interrupted, the crankcase is full of water. So that's great. Making mac and cheese noises. That's gross, but it's not. A little bit of side-to-side play, that's normal, but no up and down play. So, I mean, I need to get the water out of there, and that's actually, seems like a good bottom end. But, whoops. Yeah, so it's going to be used for what I intended it to be used for. So I'm happy about that. And it is what it is. Extra set of rims, which is always good. I can have TT tires and I can have dirt tires. That's what I want. This one's a little bent up, but we can try to straighten that out. Front suspension looks like it's in okay shape. Same situation. Needs to be recoated, but doesn't look bad. Front brakes work. Cable's look in decent shape. I should be able to... nope. Same problem as mine. Only one. Well, okay then. See, that's a $50 part right there. Single cable into two. That's $50. And I was really hoping that that one was good, and it's not. So, anyways, I would probably be better off buying new cable anyways. But it doesn't matter. Regardless, we got it home. We got a parts quad. It's got a cool seat cover too. I'm not going to use it because it's not the colors I want. But, and I think it's torn. No, maybe it's not. No, it just wasn't put on very good. But it's got a cool seat cover. So there's that too. Yeah. Oh, it's a Pro Circuit, not a Toomey. Okay, well, we're still going to use it. We're going to use the Toomey expansion chamber and the Pro Circuit silencer. I don't care if I'm switching things up because the Toomey silencer's messed up. But it's got decent tires in the front. They're not new, but they're not bald. It's got decent tires in the rear. They're not new, but they're not bald. So we'll honestly probably just powder coat these wheels. And if these tires hold air, we might just keep them on there. Probably not. No, I'll buy new ones. I want this to be built right. I'm not going to shortcut anything. I'll keep the tires for spares, but I'm not going to mess around with that. So we'll get all new tires. We'll get some TT tires and we'll get dirt tires. That's all there is to it. So I want it done right. So that being said, oh, here's these fishing lures. So we got a skitter lizard, they're called. This one's like a natural color. Backwood skitter lizard. And then I got this one that's neon. I don't know what that would replicate. Tropic Thunder, this one's called. Lunker Hunter. I don't know. I've never seen these before. And I saw them at Ollie's. They were $3 a piece. I mean, they're normally like $7 or $8 a piece. So figure why not? We'll give them a shot. Might catch something on them. Probably not, but it'll be fun trying. Anyways, I'm going to get these parts unloaded. I'm going to go through the box of parts in the garage here in just a second, and then let's figure out everything we got. But I don't think... yeah, it is what it is. I probably paid too much, but it's fine. It'll work. It's going to work for what I want. That's all that matters. So I don't remember if I shared those with you guys or not, but I scored these off Marketplace. I really only bought them for the wheels, or at least the rear wheels, I guess. I'm probably never going to be in sand. And these are paddle tires, Dunes tires. There's the fronts. They got the single tread on them, and then the big scoops, the Dune tires. I'll probably never be anywhere where there's sand. I'm going to hang on to the tires, because I'm a pack rat when it comes to stuff like this. But I wanted an extra set of wheels, and these are in really good shape. The fronts won't work for the Banshee Blaster. I don't know why I keep saying Banshee. The fronts won't work, I don't think, for the Blaster. No, it doesn't look like they will. But the rears will. So, and they'll work for the Predator. So I'll have an extra set of rims with tires for the Predator or the Blaster. And the fronts, oh well, it is what it is. I could probably get adapters, make them work. But anyways, we've got a, let's see here, looks like the carburetor, another a twist throttle that I don't think is to this machine. This is, yeah, I don't think this is to this machine either. It's roached. Whew, stinky. Some random nuts and bolts and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. This says Jeep Cherokee back seat bolts, but it's definitely not that. There's the broken cable. And then we've got one factory head, it looks like, jug and cylinder, and here's one piston that looks roached. Yep. Here's another piston that looks roached. Yep. And ooh, a side cover that is definitely broke. That has definitely seen better days. Now, this parts bike is I gotta look at the VIN number, and I need to go do that real quick. It's a 2000, or I don't know what year it is. That's what I've got to check. I'm sorry. It is a 6-speed. Well, there's a new head, or not new, but a head. And I just ordered a head, but I wanted everything new. I actually ordered a high compression head, so that's exciting. Look like we got some clutch springs. I don't know what oh, that's a broken tool. Don't need that. Oops. These that might be a clutch spring. I'm not sure what that's for. So we got a lot of random parts here. It looks like everything out of the parts box. So yeah, that's a bunch of random stuff. I'm gonna keep these parts, obviously, to have extras. I can hone these, and if I ever wanted to, I could take it to the local machine shop and have them bore them out and get an oversized piston for them. I gotta find a box, or a better box, or a tub for these parts, because this box is pretty well burnt, or maybe even a bucket. I don't know. I gotta find somewhere to put these parts now. But I'm gonna try to clean this Meyer carbon fiber hood up, and if I can clean it up, I may actually use it. It's just got some sticker residue on it, and I've got some pretty good stuff to get that kind of stuff off. But anywho's in way, that's where we're going to finish this video today. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Continue to tune in, and we're going to do more with this Blaster. Full rebuild is on the way. Now that I've got this parts machine out of the way, I am indubitably going to... it's two-stroke oil. I'm most certainly going to do disassemble. I'm going to start disassembly, and we are going to gas and two-stroke oil. We're going to start getting this thing tore apart and get things to powder coat, and we're going to start this build. I'm excited, really am. We're going to call it Blaster 2.0, just because it's going to be a Blaster but better. Or maybe 2.4, because it's going to be a 240. I don't know. We're going to come up with something fancy. Anyways, wait till you guys see the color combo I've picked out for this thing. Appreciate you guys as always. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.